Hey there, Trailblazers, I hope you guys are all doing well. So today I have some more juicy information to share with you guys related to all of the new characters and content coming to HSR in the near future. This includes a new future Remembrance unit coming to the game that is centered around the DOT playstyle, the full kit details for the upcoming 3.2 character ANAXA, and a new item being added that'll allow you to get a 5-star character and light cone of your choice. But before we begin, let me ask you a question. So do you want to pull for cool characters like Tribby and Mighty Eye, but you find the in-game prices too expensive? Well, fear not. Lootbard GG is the best top-up platform for all your gacha spending needs and provides a huge 23% discount compared to the in-game prices. Lootbar supports many big games, which includes Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and even Zenless Zone Zero. Let's try to buy the 3281 Shard pack for $40.48, which costs about $50 in-game for comparison. All I have to do is enter my server and UID and my purchase will be sent to my in-game account. After just waiting under a minute, I received my Shard pack top-up. Lootbar also has tons of positive reviews and cooperates directly with official Hoyoverse routing partners, making it very safe and secure. Just click on my link in the description or in the pinned comment to get an additional 8% discount today. Putting the sponsor aside, let's get right into the new info without wasting any more of your time. Let's first start with the info related to the new DOT-related Remembrance unit. So, according to some information from a very reliable source named Sakura Haven, who stated there is strong info to suggest that there will be a new Remembrance character that will be added to the game in the upcoming updates. And this new Remembrance character will be a DOT unit with their said DOT being applied by their memo sprite. This new unit the source mentions is most likely referring to the character Hizelins, who according to some previous information we got a while back is a new physical element unit that specializes in inflicting the bleed DOT effect on the enemies. The fact that Hizelins is a physical Remembrance character that specializes in damage over time is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. But it pretty much further cements the idea that Remembrance is designed to be a everything-goes path and can pretty much fill any of the other existing roles and playstyles in the game, be it a hypercarry, a support, a healer, and even damage over time. As for Hizelin's release date, according to some info from another very reliable source named Uncle Hellgirl, her banner is expected to go live around version 3.5, which is in about 3 patches from now. So that's pretty much all of the current info we have on Hizelins for now. Next up, let's now go over the newly released full kit info for ANAXA. Since his basic attack is pretty self-explanatory, let's just skip over it and start with ANAXA's skill. His skill first deals wind damage equal to 60% of ANAXA's attack to a single target and then deals 4 extra instances of damage, with each instance dealing wind damage equal to 60% of ANAXA's attack to one random target, prioritizing bouncing to targets that have not been hit by the skill. Next is ANAXA's talent, which states that each time ANAXA attacks enemy targets one time, he inflicts one random weakness type to the targets for 3 turns, prioritizing inflicting a weakness type to the target that it doesn't already possess. Additionally, when ANAXA is on the field, he inflicts the exposed nature state to enemy targets with at least 5 different types of weaknesses. ANAXA deals 60% more damage to targets in this state. Furthermore, using a basic attack or skill on targets in this state allows him to use another 1 instance of his skill. This additional skill does not consume any skill points and cannot be retriggered. If the target has been defeated before this additional skill is used, it will hit a random enemy target instead. Moving over to ANAXA's ultimate, which upon activation inflicts the sublimation state to all enemy units and then deals wind damage equal to 150% of ANAXA's attack to all enemy targets. While in the sublimation state, targets will be simultaneously inflicted with physical, fire, ice, lightning, wind, quantum, and imaginary weaknesses for 1 turn. If the targets do not have control resistance, they are unable to take action during this state. And finally, the last of the basic abilities is ANAXA's technique. Using this technique will cause enemies in a set area to enter the terrified state. Terrified targets will flee away from ANAXA for 10 seconds. Furthermore, when you enter a battle by attacking a terrified target, ANAXA will apply one weakness of the attacking character's elemental type to every enemy target after entering the battle for 3 turns. Now that we're done with the basic abilities, let's now go over ANAXA's 3 major traces. Starting with Trace 1, which states that for every different weakness type a target has, the damage that ANAXA deals to that target ignores 3% of its defense, stacking up to a maximum of 7 weakness types. Next up is Trace 2, which states that based upon the number of erudition characters present in the team, ANAXA's crit damage increases by 140%, and damage dealt by all allies is also increased by 30%. And finally, there is Trace 3, which states that when using a basic attack, ANAXA regenerates 10 energy. Furthermore, at the start of the turn, ANAXA immediately regenerates 30 energy if there are no targets with the exposed nature state present on the field. With the base kit out of the way, let's lastly go over ANAXA's signature light cone. Starting with the base stats. This light cone has a base HP of 953, base attack of 582, and base defense of 529. As for the main passive, equipping this light cone first increases the wearer's crit rate by 18%. Furthermore, when the wearer uses an ability, it reduces the defense of targets debuffed during the ability period by 6% for 2 turns. This effect stacks up to a maximum of 2 times. Overall, ANAXA is looking to have a pretty interesting playstyle. In order to maximize his damage, you need to inflict more than 7 different weaknesses on enemy targets so they get inflicted with the exposed nature state, as this state will not only allow ANAXA to do more damage to the inflicted enemies, but will also allow him to use one additional instance of a skill without consuming any skill points, resulting in even more damage. So that's basically all of the info that you need to know regarding ANAXA's full kit. Lastly, let's go over a brand new item being added to the game, which will allow you to get almost any 5-star character or light cone of your choice, but with a catch. So according to some new info from Sakura Haven, who stated that in the future, when getting copies beyond E6 of a character, you'll get a special character item which can be used to straight up buy specific 5-star characters from a new section that will be added to the in-game shop. Additionally, you'll also be able to buy a selection of 5-star light cones from the new shop section as well. But this will instead require a special light cone item which is actually gained through the paid battle pass instead of pulling light cone copies. Overall, while this feature is mostly designed for whales who pull multiple copies of various limited characters, however, it can be attainable for free-to-play players with time by getting more than 6 copies of a standard character by loosing your 50/50s multiple times over the course of playing the game. So that's pretty much all of the current information that I have for this video. If you found the info in this video helpful, feel free to give it a like. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the latest HSR news and information. That's it for now, so I'll see you in the next video.